Beats.com. We're broadcasting live from Brooklyn, New York. I'm sitting here with Franky G, the star of 36 Saints. So Franky, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your character in 36 Saints and about the movie?
Well, my character is Joseph. I play a detective, and I'm investigating the murders in Washington Heights. And the movie's about a serial killer that's killing these students in New York and from a prestigious school. And what's funny about it is that these students have saints' names. So when I go around with, also my partner Jeffrey DiSerrano, who's one of the plays a cop with me, my partner in the movie, investigating this. So it gets really intense.
How'd you prepare for this role as the detective?
Well, I have my sister. Her boyfriend is a retired detective.
Oh.
So I asked him about a character, a guy that is smooth, cool. I mean, that he's been in the game for a long time. So he spoke to me about a guy that he used to know and work with. That he was very calm, laser type of calm, collective guy. So when he used to go to like a homicide investigation or another homicide investigation, he's very cool about it. Suave. He really calm. Yeah. But he gets the job done.
All right.
Yeah. And I watch a lot of 48 Hours.
That's where you got to be.
Yeah.
So what's it like riding in front of the cop car versus in the back?
You have more control. You're in the driver's seat.
And I noticed on the movie 36 Saints, there's kind of a lot of, creepy type things going on, kind of serial killer. Did anything weird happen on set or, while you guys were filming?
Not really. We just had a lot of laughs and it was fun. It was cold in some of the churches. There was one church, when you saw the movie, the boy that took on the cross, that was a haunted church.
Really?
So the guy that was living there, he was also a creepy dude, but he was a nice guy, but he had a lot of pictures of orbs and all this spirituality. I mean, it just that creeped me out. That was the only thing. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning and he was just showing us this crazy things. That's all.
All right. Now, how did you get into the film industry and also on a level of 1 to 10, how stressful is it being in this industry?
Well, when I first started, I did a movie, an independent feature film called Manito. And I played the lead role. It was given to me by Eric Eason, the director and writer of Manito. And Manito went on to like 50 festivals. It went on to Sundance. And when it hit the Sundance series, I didn't know what the hell was Sundance. And all these agents came after me, started calling me my job. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know. So, but anyway, to make a long story short, I went on after that. I went to LA. I signed with a prestigious agency. And I went on to do Wonderland with Val Kilmer and Dustin Hoffman. And then that year, the 3 films put out. I did the Italian Job after that, then the Wonderland, and then the other film was Confidence. Okay. I worked with that with them, and so. But at times it was stressful because you have to be flying back and forth home, and then you're away from your, not my wife, Frances Lozada. And it was a little hard. At first it's a lot of when you're hot at the moment and you're coming out of Sundance and your name is flying around. It's like, we need you here, we need you there, we need you there. And sometimes you say no. It's like, no, you can't say that. It gets a little stressful at times. Yeah.
Right. I think that's
also fun though.
Probably the biggest thing that people don't realize is they see the glamour and everything else, but they do not see a lot of the sacrifice.
Yeah, I sacrificed a lot. I mean, 18-hour days, 16-hour days. But if you love what you do,
it's all
good. It's all worth it, man.
All right. Now, what other hobbies do you have besides acting and bench pressing trucks and squatting small apartments and things like that? What else you do?
No, I like to work out. I like to box. I like to work on homes. Doing little carpentry work and stuff like that. I like to do tech work sometimes. I was into that before I did Manito. I wanted to get my certification as a computer technician and become a building engineer at the same time. Yeah, but then it's too far.
Turn for the better, right?
Yeah.
What's the #1 reason to see 36 Saints?
Number 1 reason to see 36 Saints is that when you see this movie, man, you think of the religion, about all the religion that goes on in this world, and what it's about, what's behind it, and to see what it's really like, how and I don't want people to look at it as a horror film. It's not.
Right.
It's a psychological thriller.
Right.
It's like Seven meet the Da Vinci Code.
Right. That's exactly what I got.
And you know, it's not a monster budget film.
Mm-hmm.
It was done. It was a low budget film. It was an indie film, but it had some spice in it. It had a story behind it.
Right.
And the writer and one of the actors that's in it too, and the producer Joey Didio, he put a lot of time and effort going through these religions, the Catholicism and so on and so on and so on, before he did the film.
Right.
You know, and he did it with extra money after he did Tio Papi. A month later, 2 months later, he had a little beach.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
So, but speaking of Tio Papi, that's another movie you.
I love that. Oh my God! You know what I loved about Tio Papi is because I wasn't playing the stereotypical tough guy. People see me now, they go, "Oh my God, I look like you." I brought a little flavor of myself, and that is me. That is a little bit of me, and that's why I enjoyed it when I played that role. And when I read the script, I said I had to be part of this. And the success that it's having now through the festivals and might be becoming a TV show, it's great. And me and Joey have a lot of good chemistry.
Right.
With that, and so I appreciated that they came to me with that script and they gave me the opportunity.
And that's one of the things that definitely stood out when I saw it. You and Joey, it looked like you guys were being yourselves.
Yeah.
Not acting like you guys were just there, the camera was there, like more of a real world situation.
Yeah, it was.
You know, and you guys just, and everybody in there, the whole film is like that.
Yeah. We became a family. We became one unit, and that's what it's all about. When you go to work and you're working with all these people, and you're working like 16-hour days, man, every day. And you have to deal with that. You have to make it work. You have to, there's no egos. Leave the egos at the door, and that's what it's all
Becomes
about.
your extended family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, now is this true? One of the 50 most beautiful people by People Espanol.
Oh yeah. Yes, I was. I was when I was hot in the streets.
All right. So with that being said, can you tell the people what it's like to be really, 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 really ridiculously good looking?
I'm not that. Get out of here! I paid him to say that. No. It's just I just got lucky with that. You know what I'm saying? When you're hot and you're doing all this work, and Latinos see that, and so they give, that's a reward. You understand?
Right.
That's something that I appreciate it.
Right.
It was something, but I never look for that. I look for the craft, the work, and to get the job done. I also came out in People Magazine, English. But not the most beautiful people now. But I just came out there. I was a new guy coming out of Sundance and all the other stuff. But no, but it was just a blessing. All of it. That's all it was.
All right. LatinoBeats.com, Franky G, 36 Saints, Tio Papi, coming out this weekend. Go catch it.